Hello Guardians, welcome back. This is Right Way Gaming bringing you another Destiny 2 video, and today it's reset day, and as a lot of you might be aware, Leviathan's Breath has come to play. So guys, this video will take you through each and every step, best way that I think you can do it, even if the best way that I did it wasn't the best, because I've learnt things since. And yeah, so let's get into it. So, part 1, first thing you want to do is skip through all the things that it's telling you about this week, including about nightmare hunts. By the way, you can get pinnacle gear from your first run of those, so worth mentioning, because I'm not doing a video on it. Get to the tower and go and visit Banshee. That is your first step to pick up the quest, guys, because I've learnt things. Okay guys, for part 2, you are going to need to find the gunsmith's secret locker room, secret armory, forgotten armory, because he seems to have a memory problem. Anyway guys, if you watch the rest of the next few seconds, I will show you how to get there. It's not too difficult. The most difficult part is actually the first ledge, because it's a bit of an awkward bit to jump around. There may be other ways to do this. I've not really looked into it. I just knew that this was the way that I'd seen. So enjoy the path, and I will be back in a second to describe what we're doing in part 3. Okay, so your next part is not too complicated. It's simply to go and visit Banshee again. He will update the quest for you to let you know how to get the casing that the bow's in unlocked, because that's the problem, we can't access it at the moment. Okay guys, so for the next part, which is I'm calling part 4 for the sake of this video, you are going to need to run a few strikes, gambit matches or nightfalls. Now, personally, it says that Gambit Prime or Nightfalls will reward the most gear, not gear, but progress. So, naturally, I went for the Ordeal Nightfall at power 920, because this will help with the weekly stuff as well. Only takes around 10 to 15 minutes, and it says it's giving me the most progress. So, I did one run, and it gave me 50%, so I thought that's not too bad, so I'll just do another one. So, I haven't checked out how much Gambit Prime does, but I'd imagine Gambit Prime does less, because the matches can be quicker. So, in my personal opinion, you're best off doing the Ordeal Nightfall at the power 920, as you only need to run it twice. It'll take you about 20 to 25 minutes, and yeah, it gets this part over and done with. In one run. Now, for the next part, I spent longer than I should have doing this, but it's simply because I didn't really think of the best possible way of doing it. But it basically asks you to get precision kills on Vex or Cabal using a crossbow. Now, I did this in the Lost Sector of Artifact's Edge, just because I know it's full of X. I've used it plenty of times before for other things, and it did get the job done in about 10 to 15 minutes for me. But you can get it all done in one city by simply going to the Leviathan and killing the Cabal in the Castellum. Pete TT pointed this out on Twitter for me, so thanks for that, and there's a little shout out for you. Now, the second to last part, guys, will be a strike that we're all familiar with, the Arms Dealer, but on this occasion it's going to be slightly different. The run up to the boss is pretty much exactly the same, not too much different, you're just having to deal with the elemental burns. But when you get to the boss, there are a few key differences which, if you don't watch out for, could easily wipe your squad. Now, it is match made, so you don't need to worry about soloing this, but basically the boss will start to plough these circles down, which if you stand in them, the meteors that come down from them will kill you. And on top of that, you've got dogs to deal with, which aren't any different, but don't forget Blackout is on, so you will get annihilated by these dogs. And there was one other difference, I forgot what it was. But there is another key difference to watch out, and it's to do with the boss. But the boss isn't as easy to kill as you think he is. He does hit hard, and you can't really one-bomb him like we are used to in previous versions. I used my Celestial Nighthawk on him, and it basically did like a tenth of his health, nothing near where it used to. So just bearing that in mind, like I said, it is match made, so as long as you work together with the other guys you're playing with, you will get through this easy enough. And now, guys, on to the final part. It is simply to return to the tower, visit Banshee. Once you visit Banshee, he will generate a key code for you, which will allow you to unlock the cage in which the Leviathan's Breath is inside as your reward. Now, guys, this bow did surprise me in one way, because it's a heavy slot item, which I didn't realise. And not only that, but rather than having to use a hand cannon for those irritating, unstoppable ogres, this bow will now do that for you. And from the sounds of it, it actually does extra damage against them. Especially with it being a heavy slot item, I would expect it to do so. So I'm going to try it out, and if it's worth doing a video covering on how well it does, I will do. But if not, I'm sure you'll see it out there, guys. Hope this video has helped you get your Leviathan's Breath. As always, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you next time. Peace.